The sneaker industry has ongoingly bowed down to Michael Jordan and given celebratory shoes and sneaker lines in honor of course, the greatest of all time, in Michael. Going back to when they did the honorary 95-96 Bulls season, where they had the specific Jordans that he was wearing, they re-released them. People flood the streets, flood the markets. People die fighting for these shoes, and then they go on eBay for thousands and thousands of dollars. And I don't have a pair because I'm not spending $1,000 on shoes. However, Air Jordan VII, quote, Tinker alternate, Tinker is one of the designers, celebrating MJ's Olympic performances with a very nice red, white, and blue shoe. Oh, they're so dope. The sneaker pays respect to Michael Jordan's days with Team USA spanning from 84 to 92. In his 2 Olympic appearances, Jordan shone on the international stage, averaging 16.0 points, 3.4 assists, and 3.1 steals per game. Both squads he played for wound up taking home the gold. He went back and honored Jordan's performance, creating a unique take on the Air Jordan 7s he wore during the 92 games in Barcelona as part of the Dream Team. And as for the details, this is how you know I've been watching a lot of our good friend Jock. Starting with a white base lead designer Tinker Hatfield, the Jordan God himself, amalgamated navy blue stabs around the ankle sidewalls and in traditional Jordan 7 fashion, created deep pockets of color along the upper and upper gorge with buttery fragments of leather.
Sounds tasty.
Dip buttery fragments of leather like lobster into butter.
Sounds tasty.
It's a nice shoe. It's a classy shoe. Would you wear that shoe? No, because you don't understand the basketball shoe culture here.
You know, I'm
New
not.
Balances.
You know, I'm not the biggest basketball shoe fan. I don't aesthetically find them as intriguing.
Boo, you suck.
But I do like the KDs. I've already talked about that. Big KD fan. I like the lower cut basketball shoe. I'm not going to get into the rampage that myself and Hassan did.
What about the uppers?
I don't like the high ones. What about the ones that go up to your knees? Now, those are pretty rank.
No, that's ridiculous.
By the way, a very good sneakerhead that I know, Corey in the booth, I was with him once when we both decided to partake in some sneaker buying. He went with some traditional Vans, and I went with some Adidas classics. Jackarai, would you wear these?
Yeah, sure would. I actually used to have a pair of these in a different colorway. I used to actually, very different from my current persona, I used to be a huge sneakerhead and I had well over 20 pairs of Jordans. But eventually the money just was not worth it.
Yeah, how much do they go for? They're like
anywhere from $160 to $250 I paid for a pair.
Given your hat choice, what's it like starring alongside Harrison Ford in the new Indiana Jones?
It's great, man. As his hat stunt double, I get to fulfill a lot of the roles that are just a little too dangerous for him. So
I'm happy they finally got they got more diverse when it came to the Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah,
great hiring.
For sure. He's not the only one cracking whips, you know.
That hat.
He said it, not me.
That hat looks more like one of the guys on the grassy knoll.
Oh, that's amazing.
But back to the shoe. This is one of the more comfortable Jordans that they've ever made. It's a very, very form-fitting to your foot, very soft material. It's very, very breathable on the court as well. I ended up wearing them as basketball
I have like a
shoes after
flat club foot. I'm like the troll in the dungeon from Harry Potter.
Yeah, same here, man. I got paddles for feet, and they did me well.
You guys are talking, the way you're talking about them sounds like a nice cloud that I want to go and take a nap in. Yeah, they'll get smooth padding. It's going to be nice and breathable. It's going to have a great time. But Jordans, however, I know that they're a staple for basketball shoes, and therefore I will always give them respect. I would never just simply turn around and disregard them. Hence why the previous clip there was a lot of hate towards another panelist who was just ripping them apart. I understand that there's a market for them. It's not my market. That doesn't mean I'm going to impose my negative thoughts on the shoe onto other people and try and sway them. Jason, you want to walk around with your Kobe's and your relaxed t-shirt? I am not going to hold you down, my friend. Unlike the wind, bullseye.
I appreciate your support. Be on the lookout Saturday. That's when they're going to be dropped. If you are interested in that whole shoe market, I actually, when I do talk to Jock about these things, he's like, you got to be up around 5:30 a.m., You're going to open up 4 different tabs. You're going to open up Foot Locker, Champ Sports, whichever specific shoe lines are selling them, and you're going to refresh, and you're going to refresh, and you're going to know your size, and you're going to get on that, because they sell out, you're done, you can't do it. And then he'll text me like a couple hours later and be like, did you get the shoes? I'm like, no, I didn't wake up at 5:30. You disappoint me, Jason. Lastly, I guess just to keep it on the Nike track for just a second, did you hear Nike has cut their entire golf merchandise line? They're only going to be making shirts, they're not making golf equipment anymore. That accounted, the Nike golf...
See what you did, Rory?
The Nike golf thing accounted for, like, if I read it correctly yesterday, close to $700 million in revenue for Nike in 2016. But it started to go down compared to when Tiger was at the...
So I was going to say, your you're symbolizing exactly what I was going to say. Is that with Tiger Woods' demise?
You're wearing your Friday maroon today.
It's my Friday maroon.
Friday maroon.
What is that?
Sunday red. Tiger Sunday red. Friday maroon.
I get it. Tiger Woods was one of the main reasons we know why. Still is, by the way, the staple of golf. But he was so huge in terms of the aesthetic look as to what golfers were supposed to be like in the past compared to what they could be like, so much more athletic. And when you are athletic, you go away from your, what is it, Greg Norman polo shirts that are nice and loose, and you go towards the tight-fitted Nike badass shirts with the patterns.
Nike. I get that you don't call it a bikey, but it's called Nike. It's just how it's pronounced.